Hello, you're in. Good evening, parents. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'll give you an opportunity to get in and we'll get started. Good evening, everyone. We are going to get started in about 1 more minute, just giving families an opportunity to get in. This session or this meeting is being recorded for those families that are unable to come on. And again, I do apologize. Our translator was dropped the job, and we were anxiously trying to get a new translator, but unfortunately we were not able to get one tonight. But I do have the slides. They are translated. Please also excuse me. I am very congested. My sinuses are taking a toll on me. So if I sound very congested or kind of nasally, that's why. So we'll go ahead and get started. This meeting tonight is simply called Finishing Strong. And I will be discussing just some updates and just some things to kind of talk about as we end the school year. We are, I think, about 19 days now away from ending the school year, and we want to make sure that we finish strong. You are able to use the chat if you have any questions as we're going through the presentation, and I'll be able to answer those at the end of our conversation. If there's a question that you have that was not covered tonight, then you can use the chat to answer it. And if I have, or to ask it, and if I have the answer, I would do my best to answer it tonight. So we are going to talk about 4 topics tonight. And our 4 topics are, the first one, end of the school year events. We are super excited for some celebrations that we have coming up. So we're going to talk about the end of the school year events. We're going to talk about spring student behavior, because we have learned when the weather gets warmer, our students, they're ready to go outside. They're ready to enjoy summer. They're just tired, right? And so we are seeing an increase of some student behavior. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about summer registration and hours. And there are some really important updates for next school year for Fort Foote. So I want to make sure that we talk about those early. All right, so first thing is our end of the school year events. I want to say thank you to our new Dr. Davis, our IoT Dr. Davis. She recently just graduated, and so she is no longer Miss Davis. She is Dr. Davis. She's here with us supporting me. And then I want to say hello to Miss Mercado. Thank you so much for jumping in and supporting as well. We are Fort Foote strong, and so I appreciate you coming in, the 2 of you. So the rain messed up our plans for tomorrow. And I know a lot of you were upset. Thank you so much for volunteering to support with field day. I know for sure Mr. McDonald, he was mad about the rain coming tomorrow, but don't worry, our field day will be rescheduled to next Friday, June 3rd. So we will have our rain date of next week. Now, remember, hopefully the rain holds up again for us. The weather next week is going to be really good. So we're just hoping it continues all through the week. Our talent show is next Thursday at 6:00 p.m. We have some amazing, talented bears who auditioned this week. And we actually had 53 students. 53 students that that signed up to audition. And of course, we wanted to have all of the 53 students in the show, but that was going to be a pretty long show. And we're going to think of some other ways we can showcase that talent. But next Thursday, we have 14 students that will be representing different grade levels in the talent show. So if you're able to come out, it is an in-person event. It'll be next Thursday at 6:00 p.m. Foot Day is it is new. It's the first time ever. Now, if you remember, we started the school year off with the block party. I've seen a lot of you were at the block party, and that's when we met for the first time. And so we like to end the school year with another party. So Foot Day is going to be on June 9th. I am not sure yet if we can have or how many volunteers we can have, because this will be during the day, during the school day. So that way all students are able to participate in it. But we will have moon bounces, cotton candy, popcorn, snow cones, music, just a fun way to kind of end the school year. The students are super excited about it. I am super excited about it. This is something I brought to my previous school, and I'm so excited to bring it to Fort Foote and have our first ever Fort Foote Day. It is promotion season. So I want to say shout out to my pre-K parents that are on the call, my kindergarten parents, because I think I'm a kindergarten parent first and then the principal, and then our sixth graders that are in the house. We will begin our promotion week with pre-K. Pre-K promotion will be on June 15th. Kindergarten promotion will be on June 16th. And then sixth grade promotion will be on June 17th. My pre-K and my kindergarten parents, information is going to come specifically to you via Class Dojo tomorrow around how many tickets are available for your promotions, the time, attire, all of that information will be posted tomorrow. For my pre-K and my kindergarten families, sixth grade families, you received yours this week on Monday. And our last day of school is June 23rd. And I believe it is a 2-hour early dismissal day on June 23rd, as well as June 22nd. So remember, every week when I post on Class Dojo and I have the link to the calendar, make sure you're paying attention to the calendar, because all of these dates are on that calendar as well. So excited for our promotion week and just to celebrate our Bears as we end a very roller coaster of a school year. We were in person, we were hybrid, we had a few students that were distance learning, and then now we're all back together. So we're going to end the school year off strong. I'm going to pause for any questions that may come in the chat around any of the end of the school year events. You can use this opportunity to place it in the chat if you have any questions around end of the school year events. And Dr. Davis is helping me manage the chat. So we'll just give some wait time. Ms. McCardle is amazing with wait time. So we're going to give some wait time. Thank you. I see a question. Good. Got you. So the first question is for sixth graders, what is the dress attire? So for sixth graders and for pre-K and kindergarten, we just want the Bears to be in their best, right? To dress up in their best. We don't have specific colors for the students to wear. We want them to just dress in their whatever their best is. So dress for their best. If it's Sunday's best, if it's concert best, whatever it is, but we want the students to be dressed up. We're asking for students not to be in tennis shoes, but in some dress shoes, and either a nice blouse and skirt for ladies or a dress. And for our gentlemen, to have, they don't necessarily have to have a suit on, but we definitely want them to make sure that they have some slacks on and a shirt, no tennis shoes, no sweatpants, no jeans. How will we know who's selected for the talent show? Those students that were selected for the talent show, they were called down yesterday by Ms. Davis and the Gold Committee, and they received a letter and a permission slip to say, congratulations, you've been selected. and the information. Sixth grade dance, I'm still awaiting a confirmation. I'm going to push and ask again tomorrow. So for my sixth grade families, I will have a confirmed answer on tomorrow about the sixth grade dance. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping, but it's not looking too well, but I'm going to do my best. Is there any special days for Spirit Week? Yes, our Spirit Week days will be the week of Spirit Week. I'll let you know what each of the days are, very similar to how we've done it in the past. So you'll get those the week before our Spirit Week, and we will send something home as well. So we'll send it home via like a physical flyer, and we will also send it home or it'll be posted on Class Dojo. And also just a reminder, because tomorrow is no longer field day, students should not be dressed down tomorrow. They should be in their usual Friday attire, which is a uniform shirt, a 4-foot shirt, and uniform bottoms or jeans. Okay, I think I answered those. And you can keep the questions rolling in the chat. All right. So we just quickly want to talk about it. I don't want to harp on it long, but we want to, yes, Ms. Smith. Ms. Smith asked the question of, can we have 2 weeks together, materials needed for Spirit Week? Yes, I will make sure that Spirit Week flyer gets out earlier. So Dr. Davis, can you write that down as a note for me? Thank you so much. All right, so this is typical behavior. We typically see in elementary, middle, and high school, when it gets warmer outside, our students, they become restless, they just become tired, and they're ready to enjoy their summer. So we are starting to see an increase in student misbehavior and restless behavior, and not extreme circumstances, but students just forgetting the Bear Pledge, forgetting the rules of their classroom, the rules of the building, the conversations and encouragement that you're giving to them in the morning. There's an absence of that. So we're just asking if you can help us by reminding your bear about their responsibilities as a student. I tell my 3 children all the time, you have one job, and that's just to go to school and do what you're supposed to in school. Right? Anything after that, you give me great behavior at school, you give me good grades, you give me your best, you can have the world, right? And so just helping us by reminding them about their responsibilities as a student and ensuring that they remember the Bear Pledge. Please make sure we have your best contact in School Max or on Class Dojo, that you have the app active, because what my teachers are noticing is that they're making contact to families, but numbers may not be working, numbers have changed, or the responses on Class Dojo it may take a long time. And in turn, I am working with the staff to make sure that they are following up on Class Dojo, that they are checking their Class Dojo, responding back to you as well. And listen, if a concern comes up at home, please share it with the school. It helps us to be proactive with student challenges. For example, if you are outside and you're noticing that 3 students were having some challenges, and maybe they were starting to kind of have a tussle with one another, or there was something that your bear came and showed you on social media of another student or some behaviors that was happening, please let us know, because that helps us be proactive, right? Because a lot of things that happen at home or in the neighborhood, it comes into the school. So by helping us, kind of giving us a heads up when some things are happening, that lets the bear know that we're all on the same page here and that we're working together. So if you can help us with that, we will do our best and do better with making sure that if there are concerns that happen in the school, that we include you. Because a lot of times, I will say that our staff tries to handle it in the building, right? And trying to build those relationships with students and not trying to always call the parent or have the parent kind of be involved. But I've tried to share with them that sometimes we want to make sure that we are increasing that contact, and that contact with parents is not just when a student is misbehaving, but when a student is having a great day. Or if you see a student that used to have some challenges, but you see them doing a lot better, making sure that the staff is acknowledging that. So we're going to work together with this. If you can help us out with addressing some of the spring behavior, we will continue to do all that we can in the building to help with the spring behavior. Dr. Davis or Ms. Mercado, do you have anything that you may want to add, from a different lens when it comes to the spring behavior? Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Mercado.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Daniel, for mentioning the behavior expectations. It really helps when we are one with the parents. And I know I have a good set of parents that they always, when I call them and I contact them in Class Dojo, they would always follow up. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mercado. All right, Dr. Davis, you're good? I cut it off. Okay. All right. So summertime is coming. We will have in-person summer office hours beginning July 1st. Per the Prince George County and CDC, all CDC restrictions are, being lifted on July 1st. Now, as we all know with COVID, we don't know what's going to happen in next week or in 2 weeks from now or even a month from now. But for now, beginning July 1st, all CDC restrictions are lifted. So we will have in-person summer office hours. Registration can happen in the building. Parents will not have to use scribbles for registration or any kind of summer needs. Our summer office hours will be from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Ms. Brito and myself will be in the office every day during the summertime. Dr. Davis will be supporting, sporadically during the summertime. So if you need anything over the summer, your best point of contact is Ms. Brito or myself. And again, the school building will be all open from 9:30 to 2:30 for like office hours, and Monday through Friday. So we are no longer doing the Monday through Thursday. We are a Monday through Friday. I'll pause for a second for any questions so far before we get into the big stuff. Okay, seeing none. All right, the next slide I'm sharing early because it definitely, if you are returning as a Fort Foot Bear next year, which I hope you all are, with the exception, I'm gonna miss you of my 6th grade parents, but next school year, we are changing our uniform colors. So this is where you listen up. Next school year, we're changing our uniform colors to match our school colors. So if you notice, our uniform colors do not match our school colors. So our uniform colors next year, students will have an option of wearing a white shirt or a green shirt. And as a parent, I understand how difficult it is to keep that white shirt clean. So I am so excited that my rising 1st grader, because she'll be in 1st grade next year, I get to switch between a white shirt and a green shirt when I can't find any clean white shirts. So we will have a white tops or green tops, hunter green, and then khaki bottoms. And I just gave some options in the picture of skirts, jumpers, shorts, pants, or even cargo pants for my students that love to have pockets in their pants. So this will make us more cohesive school, that we are representing our school colors well. And just like this year, students are still able to wear jeans on Friday, but we're now going to start looking a little bit more like our school and our colors. And so next school year, this is our new colors. And again, I wanted to share this information with you early, as the sales are starting to come, because they won't let us enjoy the summer before they start putting uniforms on sale. But the uniforms are on sale right now. So that way you can start gathering your uniforms for the school year, especially because we will be transitioning to a new color. Again, this snapshot, I see some of you probably taking pictures with your phone. Don't worry, this is also going to be shared on Class Dojo. This is going to be shared on our website and Sit Home. But you can go, you have the inside scoop, the first ones to know that our school colors will be changing, uniform colors will be changing, and giving parents more options. As a parent myself, I know how difficult it is when you have a uniform and getting your student, because my daughter does not like wearing uniforms. So I'm always trying to jazz it up for her so that it feels different. So hopefully alternating from a white shirt to a green shirt will help my little fashionista that I have. So as stated before, I'm sorry, this slide did not change. It should be khaki. Thank you for allowing me to change that. Thank you. So again, white or green polo, and then bottoms, khaki pants, skirts, or shorts. Something that I'm really excited to share with our community is that next school year, we will become a community school. And you're like, okay, what is that? So a community school, it means that we are not only providing support for the students, but we're also providing support for you. You become a part of this community even more. And some of the things that we will get with this kind of community school status is a school-based mental health provider. So there will be somebody based in our school that is a mental health professional. So in addition to Ms. Goggins, our professional school counselor who supports our students, we will also have a clinically trained mental health provider to support our students and our families with some of the challenges and trauma and just experiences that they have to kind of push through every single day. I have had experience working and being a community school, and I know the benefits of having a school-based mental health provider, not someone where we have to kind of call from the outside and wait for them to come, but somebody that is in the building. And I'm really excited to have this provider and this support for our students and for our families, because it has been a tough school year. Right. And the last 3 years in general have just been tough on families, on parents, but most importantly, it's been tough on students, right? Trying to explain to a 6, a 7, an 8-year-old why people are dying, right? Or explaining why they have to wear a mask. They can't get too close to grandma, right? Or just even explaining what just happened in Texas to a 5-year-old, right? The fact that we have to practice lockdown drills. Right. So there's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of questions that students are kind of pushing through. And so I am excited to have this school-based mental health provider. In addition, I've received $38,000 to support our instructional programs and wraparound student services. I have allocated that money for a longer extended learning program, so an after-school program that could reach more students for a longer length of time. I've also placed money in providing additional school supplies for students, teacher supplies for my staff. Have also looked into having some outside service providers come in and do some clubs for our students. So I'm excited for this additional money that we receive with this community school status. We will receive a community school coordinator. This person becomes a bridge between the school and the community, finding resources and partnerships. Some schools that have received community school status, they have food banks at their schools. They provide coats for students. There are baskets during the holidays. There's one school in particular, Riverdale Elementary School, who's a community school, and there's weekly, their parents, their families, everyone gets to come to school and receive a box of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables each week. Right. And so that's something that is not just for the student, but a community school is understanding that a student is as strong as the community that's around them. And so I'm excited for us to move into this new partnership for next school year and to allow some wraparound services for our families. Worked really hard. One of my goals coming into Fort Foote was to really increase the community partnerships, to increase just exposure and opportunities. And so if you don't know anything about me, I am the #1 cheerleader and advocate for Fort Foote Elementary School. So when we received this, I was super excited because I just know the benefits that this will do for our school community. And we will also have a parent resource center where you are able to come into the building, receive some support from anything of, maybe you fell on some hard times and you need some support in finding some other resources, or maybe you don't have a working computer at home. You want to come to our parent resource center to use a computer so you can apply for some jobs, finish some courses that you have. This is what this new opportunity allows for us. So definitely excited, and I hope you are too, just about this new status and partnership for us. All right, thank you so much, Mr. McDonald. All right, who insert the crying face? So next school year is the last year for 6th grade in elementary school. So I'm going to stop there because you're like, huh? I don't get it. So right now, there are some elementary schools that have a 6th grade. Then there are some elementary schools that only go up to 5th grade. Next school year is the last year for 6th graders to be placed in elementary school. So our 6th graders next year will be the last 6th grade class of Fort Foote Elementary School. So that's some big status right there. But not only that, we will have a double promotion next year because 5th grade will also be promoting and going to middle school. So next school year, we will have a pre-K promotion, a kindergarten promotion, a 5th grade promotion, and 6th grade, okay? Because our 5th graders will go to Oxon Hill Middle School or whichever middle school they choose for 6th grade. They will not remain at Fort Foote Elementary School for 6th grade. So that is something that is going to impact us significantly because we are already a small school. And so now not only will we have the typical maybe 45, 50 students transitioning, but we'll have almost 85 students transitioning. So that is going to impact some of our funding, some of our staffing, but don't you worry, I have a plan. I'm very proactive when I see the train that's coming. And that is one of the reasons why that community school status was really important for us. So if you are a 4th, right now, your bear is in 4th grade or your bear is in 5th grade this school year, 4th grade or 5th grade this school year. Next school year will be their last year at Fort Foote Elementary School. So I want to make sure that everyone understands that. Again, if you are currently a 4th grade parent or a 5th grade parent, next school year will be your bear's last year at Fort Foote Elementary School, and all students will be going to middle school, whether for the 23-24 school year. I know that's a lot. I had a parent send me a message like, what? Oh no, yes, it's a lot, but don't worry. It's going to be the biggest and best double promotion that anyone has ever seen. So that is all that I have for now. Are there any questions? You can go ahead and use the chat if you have any questions about any of the information that I shared tonight. So the question is that just for this school or the whole county will be considered middle school starting at 5th grade? So this is the whole county, and middle school will be starting at 6th grade. Middle school will start at 6th grade. So it is not just for Fort Foote, it is for the entire school district that there will no longer be 6th grade in elementary school. A school dance, we will probably not be able to have a school-wide dance we have been exploring some options of having like kind of like some small school dances during the school day, but there won't be a school-wide dance, not this year. Maybe something that we can explore for next school year, hopefully, when we've kind of lifted a lot of the CDC restrictions. But unfortunately, the area office and the county, we have specific guidelines for events, for the time of events. And so unfortunately, we have to follow those right now. I would love to have a school-wide dance though. Right now, so the question is, do we have an after-school program? What are the qualifications? So right now, what we have is an extended learning program. And so the extended learning program is about 2 weeks left in the program, I believe. 2 weeks left. And the program was specific students were identified by data, students that were considered golden band. So these are students that were approaching grade level. And so these are the students that we have identified for this particular after school learning program that we had for the that ran for about 6 weeks. But for next school year, we are looking, we have more money to kind of be able to do a longer after school program that not only is for enrichment, but it is also an intervention, but also for just like some after school club opportunities for students. Let me give maybe one more minute if there are any other questions. Yes. So the question is, first of all, thank you. The question says, thanks for everything you have done so far. Can you please look into the start and end of the school day? Today, or one more time, we saw a fight about to happen with 2 moms. It's almost like every day, other day something happens, car crash, fight, something, other schools let them in a little earlier. So I completely understand, and I thank you for your question. As I'm trying to show, I'm very transparent about, you know, when I receive questions like this. Unfortunately, we can't control the start and end time of the school day at my level as the principal. That's something that unfortunately is out of my control. That is something I advocated for when I got transferred to Fort Foote, just knowing it was a late start time and just some of the things. Unfortunately, because of where we're placed, it goes around the buses. So our buses are shared with Oxon Hill Middle School and Oxon Hill High School. And so they go to Oxon Hill High School first to pick up those students. Then they have to, they go to Oxon Hill Middle first to pick up those students. Then they go to Oxon Hill High School. And then they come to us for sometimes. But then they'll go Oxon Hill Middle, they'll go to Fort Foote, and then Oxon Hill High School. So it's around the buses. So we can't change the start time or end time. The other thing is the unfortunate part is of how our parking lot is and the staff. We're exploring into some things of next year of like just kind of staff parking because we have kind of 2 parking lots, but we just have to make sure that it's enough for our staff. And then in the beginning of the school day, we can't let students in until a certain time because we don't have teachers on duty at that time. So I am very particular about our staff having their planning time to plan for their students. So in the morning, our staff gets in at 8:15, but between that 8:15 to 8:45 time, they are in collaborative planning where they meet about their lessons, look at student work, talk to each other about what they're teaching, ask for some support from each other. You know, maybe the ESOL teacher is there to kind of support them on some strategies, our special education teachers, or we're in a staff meeting, or they're in IEP meetings. So that time is that protected time per the teacher's contract, and just kind of giving them those opportunities to make sure that they are prepared for the day. We have been letting the students in at that 8:45, 8:50. Our bus riders can't control what time that they get there, but our walkers and our car riders, as I've kind of said all school year, just making sure that, you're bringing the students to school at closer to the 9 o'clock time, because 9 o'clock is when we start letting them down to their classrooms, but they have until 9:15 to get there. So students do not have to be at school truly until 9:15. 9:15 is when the bell rings or we start announcements. So as long as they're in the door by 9:15, and I've given students wiggle room of the 9:20, they're not marked late. So you have the time. And then in the afternoon, we're doing our best. We are a smaller school, so we're kind of short-staffed in the number of people that we have kind of doing duties. So we're going to explore. We have been meeting. I'm going to explore some different kind of paths and traffic. I have been advocating to get a police officer to support our school when it comes to dismissal, because we are at a very busy street. We are on a main street, and that one crossing guard I just don't feel is enough. So, you can help me by just advocating to, the local police department, our local council, district members of some of the needs. And I can share the information of where you all can kind of send letters, give phone calls, because that would definitely help me if I have parents behind and say, listen, we need a crossing guard, another one, or some police to just kind of help with traffic. Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Pre-K graduation, is it on June 15th? And is this the general ceremony or for students only? Pre-K promotion. So we call it promotion. Students don't graduate until they get to the 12th grade, but the promotion is on June 15th for pre-K, and it is open. It'll be tickets. Each student will have a certain amount of tickets that they can have because of capacity, because of CDC restrictions. We are limited to a number of parents or family members that can come with a bear. But as I stated earlier, tomorrow, pre-K information and kindergarten information will be posted as via Class Dojo of kind of your things you need to know to prepare for promotion. Thank you, Ms. Jackson. We are definitely going to move more into an active status of our PTA for next year. So I am going to be kind of sending the call out over the summertime for those parents that would like to support, and we can get the ball rolling. I agree that the message from a parent, it would be nice if the parents are more considerate when dropping off and picking up. I completely agree. We just have to remember this is somebody else's child that's trying to walk across the street to get to school. Just when you're honking the horns or, kind of speeding off to get to your day, just, pack some patience. Trust me, our pickup and drop off is smooth compared to some other schools that are in heavier traffic areas, or that they are all car riders. So there's like a long line of cars down the street. So, we've gotten it to a science. I thank you for your flexibility. I know I changed and shook some things up in the beginning of the school year, but I definitely appreciate your flexibility and just kind of pivoting and with us as we, move through the up and down of a school year. Thank you so much, Ms. Gardner. All right, so I think I'm finished speed talking and answering all the questions. Again, thank you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for those families that have completed the climate survey. Your feedback is really important to me. My motivations are those strongly disagrees and those disagrees, because those are areas where we can improve, where we can work on as a school community, that I can work on as a leader. So I thank you for those. If you were not able to complete the climate survey, I will share it again for you. And it's just, I think it's about 15 questions. And it's just simply asking and assessing, how are we doing? How did we do this school year through the ups and downs? And, are you happy here? Because, you being happy here and making sure that your students are happy is something that's really important to us. And if there's adjustments that we need to make, we want to make those and use the opportunity for the summer to kind of perfect our craft as educators. But I stand behind it and I say it again, there's no place like Fort Foot. And that pride of the fort has grown all school year long. So again, I thank you so much for riding with us this school year, and let's finish strong to the end of the school year of June 23rd. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening.